Hello there guys, welcome back to Isaac Football Club. Welcome back once again to a brand new one. I hope you are doing alright around the world. Subscribe to Isaac Football Club, hit notification bell so you don't have to miss any little thing. Now, City Inter Milan, they are playing the Champions League tonight. The final is finally here. Who's gonna win? We don't know. The finals are so difficult to predict who's gonna win. You know, City, they look incredible team, and this is their first Champions League trophy if they win. If they win. They have been winning the Premier League, winning the FA Cup, they are celebrating, but this one is the most important in the club history of Manchester City because they haven't won the Champions League. If they win the Champions League tonight, then they become one of the best clubs in the world. They are the best club in the world, but they have to win the Champions League. This is my opinion. Some people, they'll think they are already the best club in the world. Of course, they are. They will be the greatest if they win the Champions League. They have to compete with Chelsea, even Aston Villa. They have 2 Champions League, Aston Villa. Crazy, right? So they have to be on that. Liverpool, Manchester United, Chelsea, Aston Villa, there. If not, I think Nottingham Forest, they have the Champions League, if I remember. I think Nottingham Forest, they do have 1 Champions League. So, yeah. So, it's going to be very interesting tonight. But what I came up here is the story of Ugarte. Mauricio Pochettino was involved into this, and I did not know about that. You know, and maybe some of you did not know about that. But this is huge. We need to talk about it. Check out this. Though Mauricio Pochettino liked Manuel Ugarte, he didn't want to offer any crazy proposal because when you extend values on players, you have the risk of creating problems in the house. Pochettino suggests not to do any madness. Fabrizio Romano confirmed that. What can I say? A true manager look to the future, who look ahead. Because you have to look ahead. Let me go back. When Top Bori and Egbali started doing transfer business in January, when Porter was in charge, you can see now what type of managers Chelsea had back then. Pochettino, comparing with Graham Porter, there's levels there, it's different. Porter was just gonna, yeah. Oh, you want that guy? Okay, yeah, I'll support you. Oh, Top Body, you want that guy? Oh, okay, yeah. You see, Pochettino is looking ahead. This is why we had problem in the house, because there was no control. Everything was just madness. We signed players for expensive. Enzo Fernandez, of course, we needed Enzo Fernandez, but it is getting a lot of money. This is why the problems were not ending. This is why Chelsea had a bad season, because there was no manager to stop that. Now Pochettino is looking ahead. It's like, if we go ahead with this guy, we give him more money, it's going to create problem in the house. Good quality manager knows exactly what he's doing. This is what I think. Pochettino to Chelsea, I'm having a good feeling. I know he's an ex-Spurs, and a lot of people, they don't like Pochettino because of, you know, the history between Tottenham and Chelsea, you know. Hey, Jose Mourinho went to Tottenham. So the coaches, they don't care. The coaches, they just care about the job. You know, they want to do a right thing because that is their team in that moment. So this now is Pochettino team, no matter what. If you like it or not, Chelsea Football Club is Pochettino team. Pochettino is the coach. He controls everything. And I'm so happy about Ugarte stuff because he didn't want to go to the crazy stuff, you know. You don't want to offer the player so much money, crazy stuff like PSG they did. It creates a lot of problem. If you go to PSG, Neymar, Messi there, Messi left already, but Neymar there's so much problem. PSG fans, they don't want Neymar. Messi, even Messi, they didn't want Messi. They boo him, boo Messi. A lot of problems, right? We don't want that to go to that, because this guy gets a lot of money, that guy get less, that guy get a lot of money, that guy get less, and then in a dressing room there's so much noise, and this is what's happening at Chelsea. Mount want more money, right? Reece James get 3k a week. Kai Havertz get a lot of money. Oh, that guy get a lot of money. That guy doesn't get a lot of money. This is why Mason Mount is leaving Chelsea. Chelsea and Mason Mount relationship is broken. It's done. I don't think there's any fixable. Even if Chelsea offer him more money at this point of time, it's like, I want to leave. There's no way. There's no relationship. This is why I'm thinking Pochettino is the best manager Chelsea right now. This is what I'm thinking. So let me know, what do you think about that? Because that is very important information to see, you know. Pochettino said no, and the club listened. We are backing a manager, and this is why we want it. We are backing a manager. But now there's one manager getting away from Chelsea, Jose Mourinho at Rome. Jose Mourinho has got all the full support after that final they lost in a Europa League final. This is Sevilla. Jose Mourinho, he got full support at Rome. They're giving him everything to control the dressing room, to control the club as a manager. This is what Jose wanted at Chelsea. Didn't get that, but I think if he came to Chelsea right now, I think he'll get that. But it's too late. He said no, he wants to continue at Rome. But Rome has given him what Jose wanted. If you give the manager full control, I think things turn around so good. Look at Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. Full power control, and they're doing fantastic. Talking about Pep Guardiola, let's see this about Cancelo, because Pep Guardiola and Cancelo, the relationship there is broken. And, you know, the manager has to decide what to do. So let me just quickly read this from Fabrizio Romano about Cancelo. Understood. Manchester City are ready to sell Joe Cancelo this summer. He will return from Bayern. 70 million buy option won't be triggered. Arsenal appreciated Cancelo is one of the names in the list. Barca have January interest since January, but depends on FFP. Barcelona, they're interested in everybody, but they're in trouble with FFP, so they cannot make any signing. I don't think they can. But Cancelo is a great player. And when you think about that, you're like, why? Why didn't work in Manchester City team? He's a great player, and we have seen how good player he is. What he brings in the team with Manchester City last season. Why? What happened with Pep Guardiola? You see, behaviors. Some players, they have nasty behaviors. If you have a nasty behavior in the team and the manager is telling you to change or is telling you to do this and you're like, because of, you know, behaviors, then you are out. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are. You have to cooperate with the manager. You have to follow what the manager is saying. And this is where I see Pochettino and Chelsea. Pochettino said, we don't do that deal with Ugarte. Don't go beyond. Just leave it. You know, we don't want to make crazy stuff and then we create more problem in the house with Ugarte because he's getting more money. Love Pochettino to do that. Love Pochettino to do that. I'm so excited. We have a manager who thinks ahead, I said. I'm loving that. So yeah, let me know, guys, what do you think about that? But Magman, that's his name, the goalkeeper, AC Milan goalkeeper, I talked about yesterday. Chelsea, they're talking about, you know, negotiating about Magman. AC Milan with Loftus-Cheek over there looks like it's on pause because, you know, they sack one of the director there and then the transfer stuff is on pause. So Chelsea and AC Milan, they're thinking about what's going to happen if Loftus-Cheek is going to go to AC Milan or not. Or maybe we can do a deal. We get Magnan and they get Loftus-Cheek. What about that? But let's see this. Mike Nachman for a reported 45 million fee is absolutely impossible. No way, not even 50 or 55. I agree with that because the reports coming is 45 or 50 or 55. A great goalkeeper like Mike Nachman, I think it's going to go to 80 or something. Like we paid a record fee on Kepa Arrizabalaga. I remember we paid 75. That was a wild record fee for a goalkeeper. That's crazy. Now look what Kepa is turning into. It turned into somebody who cannot stop shots from outside the 18 box. You see, crazy. So goalkeeping on in that situation too. With Chelsea, we need to choose a wisely one. Anyway, we have Pochettino who's looking, and very good coach, very good. He's looking. He's like, no, we need to do this, that. He has a plan on Chelsea. Fantastic. But yeah, let me know about Mike Nagman. What do you think about his record fee? Will be people, they are reporting, like you see, 45 or 50 or 55. But I'm thinking there's no way it will be like that. I think you'll go to 80 or 70 or 72. You never know. So we'll see about that. Now, let's get into this. Let's talk about Manchester United a little bit, and then I'm going to come back to the other transfers, because we need to talk about what's happening in a transfer, right? But Manchester United takeover involved with the PSG president. And I got something to say, but let's read this. Exclusive. Nas Khalif has played consistent role in takeover Man United sale to Sheikh Jasmine. PSG president has met Granze Lane to discuss proposal takeover. Other clubs want PL to investigate sources of fund, and then that's from Athletic and Manchester United stand. If you go to Twitter, you find the all full information about Man United takeover if you are interested in reading that. But yeah, I'm interested. I want to see who's going to take over Man United. But what I'm going to say here, other Premier League clubs, they are worried about, you know, the situation where Manchester United is president of PSG getting involved in Man United takeover. I was laughing. I'm like, what? Look at Newcastle. Look at who take over Newcastle. Look at Manchester City. They have all they had all their problems. No one investigated all those problems, right? They stopped. We don't hear it anymore. And they are worried about Manchester United takeover with the PSG getting involved like that. It's laughable how these Premier League clubs, they are worried about that. I'm not worried. You know, it's just in takeover. Somebody wants to sell the club. Let them sell nicely, freely, without anything. No, let them sell. It's just a sale. So I have no problem with that. I don't care who takes over the club. As long as the club is being sold, we stop hearing shenanigans. You know, I'm not a Man United fans, but I'm looking at this. I'm like, what are you complaining about? Don't be an hypocrite. Let them sell the club. Let them. It's their stuff. You know. I don't care if any PSG president involved into that. As I said, look at Newcastle. Who own Newcastle? I won't say much. Who own Manchester City? There, I'll leave it there. If you want to find more information, go to United Stands. You find it, as I said. Yeah. So now, let's get into another news. Look, PSG again. Let's go back to PSG. PSG, they're targeting Bernardo Silva. Let's get into this. PSG are targeting move for Manchester City star Bernardo Silva. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. I don't see Bernardo Silva go to PSG. That's nonsense. If I was Bernardo Silva, why should I go to PSG? To be honest, why? Every player who goes to PSG they are going for money. For money, that's it. That's all I see. The club, they don't win the Champions League. They only win their French league. That's it. That's all I see. They don't win the Champions League. When did PSG won the Champions League? It feels like 10 or 100 years ago. That's what it feels like. I don't remember when they won the Champions League. If you know, guys, when they won the Champions League, let me know in the comment. Crazy, right? Let's move on to another tweet. Check out this. Tottenham has officially opened talks with Leicester City over a deal for James Madison. Now he needs to decide if he wants European football or not. So James Madison, Tottenham, they are official talks over there. I wanted James Madison at Chelsea, but Chelsea, they're waiting for Kai Havertz, Mason Mount. If those moves happen and if they leave the club, then they said they're going to tend to James Madison. But Tottenham are moving very fast on that. Ange Postecoglou wants James Madison at Tottenham, new Tottenham manager. So yeah, I think he's going to go to Spurs. I think. If he doesn't say yes, then he's stupid. You have to get out of it championship. You cannot just stay in the championship as a great player. Your value go down. You know, you need to get out there. Come on. If Chelsea can just hijack, but you never know. Hijack can happen at the last minutes. Kai Havertz may leave Chelsea. Mason Mount may leave Chelsea, and Chelsea, they're going to look at, okay, let's try to get James Madison. Let's hijack the deal. Let's try. That can happen. So yeah. Let me know what do you think in the comment, guys. I will see you soon. Don't forget Manchester City versus Inter Milan, the Champions League. It's going to be tasty. When that game is done, we'll discuss and we'll talk about it. We will talk about it. Let's see who's going to win it. It's the final. Very difficult one. You never know who wins. I will see you soon. Have a lovely day wherever you are. And God bless.